Good morning and welcome to another Ministry Minute. We're going through a series looking at key themes in the book of Isaiah. Today, I want to talk to you about being in God's presence and acceptance of our sinfulness. So in Isaiah chapter 6, there's this beautiful scene where Isaiah has this vision of him being in God's courts, right? He's in the heavenly place. And he realizes where he is and he begins to understand, I don't belong here. I am sinful. I am corrupt. I am human. I'm going to be consumed by God's holiness because I'm a sinful man. And when he recognizes this, a seraphim comes and he has a burning coal in his hand and he says, open your mouth. And Isaiah is freaking out. He says, I'm going to be consumed by this burning coal. I'm in God's presence. I'm going to die. And as the seraphim places this burning coal on Isaiah's tongue, he isn't consumed. He isn't burnt in God's holiness and in his presence. He is transformed. Now, what's happening here? Many scholars and authors have contemplated this in many ways, but I like this one view, that in the presence of God's holiness, in the presence of God's goodness, when we can accept our own sinfulness, right, it leads to this repentance. And when we see ourselves truthfully as unworthy, unholy, and in need of God's repentance, God's holiness does not consume us, it transforms us. When we allow God to work in our lives, when we accept our sinfulness, God does something to transform us. We are never consumed by God's holiness. We are transformed into something new in His presence. That is my Ministry Minute. I'll see you soon.